Is OCD genetic? Okay, this is a big question, and I would like to say, in my case, I definitely think it was.
Whoa, so before before I go on further, I want to say that this is definitely a question of nature versus nurture. I definitely think this is more nurture than it is nature, just because I don't believe in genetic problems. I know that's controversial. I believe certain families carry a common coping mechanism and they pass that on to their future generations. For example, I do not believe obesity is genetic, but I believe that some families have the common coping mechanism of using food to emotionally regulate, and they just pass that on to their children. The obesity itself is not genetic, but the tendency to use food to cope, that is being passed down.
OCD ran in my dad's family. He has OCD. My mom also has OCD. She is a perfectionist. I suspect she has misophonia, if you guys know what that is. And I don't know if she struggled with any more themes, but for sure my parents have OCD. To put it to you simply, I don't think people who come from really good homes have OCD.
So, going back to what I said in my past voiceover, when I say OCD may be genetic, I mean, for me, growing up seeing both of my parents have such perfectionistic behaviors probably made me also develop perfectionistic behaviors. I don't think I was born with a tendency for OCD. I believe that I grew up in an environment where, and I'm confusing myself here if I'm being honest, but I grew up in an environment where I saw obsessions and compulsions and rumination all of the time. And I don't know if I developed a disorder because of that. I don't know.
And I think if they do, there may be a genetic component, but I think there is some sort of trauma that goes on. I do, because it doesn't make sense why the brain would attack itself.
Where I'm headed with this is I would like to prove this scientifically before I say it, but I believe that OCD is a natural adaptation to constantly being in a state of fight or flight. And I will prove that eventually, but right now that is my theory.
Why is it in the mode of constantly protecting you from a perceived threat? Why is it in that mode? You know, how did we even get here? Because it's not something that you're born with, I can assure you.